Poems by Elizabeth Davey, Part 3. The Robin's Song. What have you got to sing about on this bleak October day, when trees have shed their golden leaves and winter is on the way? Yet you sing continuously, perched high upon a branch, the softness of your warbling note my autumn days enhance. The blackbird and the mistle thrush sing their song in spring, when food is rich and plentiful and nesting's in full swing. Soon you will huddle in the hedge, laden thick with snow, with your head tucked underneath your wing, whilst the bitter north winds blow. Often in the cold dark months, food you'll fail to find, perhaps a meagre morsel that the others leave behind. So what have you got to sing about on this chilly autumn day? You seem so blithe, so unconcerned, that winter is on the way. Solemn Night. In the solemn depths of night, when darkness ebbs and voices still, from secret bower on yonder hill the brown owl takes to flight. From darkened haven neath the soil, the field mouse from his slumber stirs, into the chill of night's dank air, through danger seeks a fruitful toil. Beneath the bush of blackened thorn, in solitude the blackbird sleeps, and where the entwining ivy creeps, the wren awaits the breaking dawn. Around my bed, when darkness veils, O solemn night, when voices still, and howling wind my soul does chill, through drifting thoughts my slumber fails. Spring will come again. When the swallows bid goodbye, when the winter days are drawing nigh, we must not weep nor heave a sigh, for spring will come again. Winter is destined to come, when sunlight to the darkness succumb, but which we subsequently triumph from, by anticipating spring. When dark days in our life appear, when grief has left us in despair, and life has rendered hard to bear, remember, spring will come. Grief must enter every heart. Sometimes in life it forms a part, but we can make a brave new start when spring come round again. Sunshine always follows rain. Gladness will succeed the pain. Serenity will surely reign, and spring will come again. Looking back. Now this poem is a reflection on Elizabeth's life, as you'll see. In darkest night, when sleep evades, I wander through the years, through the sunshine and the shade, the laughter and the tears. As life is ebbing fast away, I cannot look too far ahead. I reminisce the bygone days and journey back instead. Memories of my childhood, when I walked amongst the flowers, picking bluebells in the woods, happy, carefree hours. The memory of my first love, the joy of giving birth, to hold an infant at the breast, the greatest gift on earth. The sorrow and disbelief when a loved one passed away, and how I overcame the grief to go forth another day. And as I reached my middle years, the fear of growing old, as the autumn of my life grew near, feeling men grow cold. Seasons come and go, how swift the years have flown, and in their passing, I suppose, more wiser I have grown. Life's like an interwoven vine, with ups and downs beset, but more by error than design, still I have no regrets. The Circle. Each eventide the sun goes down and marks the end of day. Every spring the hawthorn bush push forth its buds in May, and the clock hand circle round and round and roll the time away. Every summer roses bloom and the skylark hovers high, pine trees whisper in the breeze and the early spring flowers die, and all the while the clock hands turn as time goes racing by. Every autumn, giant oaks drop acorns on the ground. Crimson leaves vacate the trees and aimlessly fall down. And the clock hands never fail to move incessantly around. Every winter snowflakes fall, the dormouse snugly sleeps, the hoarfrost glistens on the bough, and the weeping willow weeps. And all the while the clock hands turn, their hourly task to keep. Every day the sun comes up and light the morning skies, and the ever-changing seasons constantly slip by. Every day someone is born, each day someone dies. And all the while the clock hands turn, and time just goes on by. Think not of growing old. When you are young, think not of growing old. Consider youth a gift, worth much more than gold. When you're old, think only of your prime, prior to face and form being ravished hard by time. Think back along the distant past, when you walked through sunlit ways, when joyous love and laughter filled your carefree days, when days held countless expectations and nights were void of fears. Think not of growing old and triumph through your tears. The old Privvy. It stands way up the garden path, amongst the nettles and the docks, where once it stood with honour, like a stately sentry box, that served the family well, and occasionally outsiders. Old brave the tickles on the rear, from the hairy long-legged spiders. They wove their webs beneath the seat in a strong and possessive way, and the slightest movement from above rushed up to nab their prey. Now it stands deserted. It has lost renown and fame, and long settled in redundancy since the sewers came. The old green door hangs on one hinge, wild ivy trails within. There's solid heaps of candle wax and an empty oisel tin. The rusty pail is out of use, a unique and apt design. The news of the world in faded squares still hangs on binder twine. The spider's menu now is lean, no blowflies for a treat, just the minute woodworm that inhabit the wooden seat. Gone is the time when nature called in the darkest hour of night, and a cold trip up the garden path by flicker and candlelight. And when them bitter north winds blew and blizzards were inclined, a shovel stood in readiness to help you there in time. Now it stands forsaken and forlorn, no one remembering the worth of that little crumbling structure way up the garden path. I hope you enjoyed part 3, and I hope you enjoy part 4. Thank you kindly.